Hey guys, Zach here, and welcome back to another edition of Jurassic June, and today we'll be taking a look at the Papo Ceratosaurus. Now, the Carnotaurus is my favorite dinosaur of all time, that'll probably never change, so yeah, I love the Carnotaurus, but the Ceratosaurus is actually my second favorite dinosaur, so yeah. Ironic because both Carnotaurus and Ceratosaurus are in the same family, so yeah, to me, I just find that kind of ironic. But yeah, Ceratosaurus, I think, is a very cool dinosaur. I feel like it should have had more screen time in Jurassic Park 3, but as a whole, I think Ceratosaurus is a great dinosaur, and a very iconic dinosaur, too, because the Ceratosaurus, I'd say its popularity, in terms of, being recognizable in movies, would be comparable to, dinosaurs such as the T-Rex, because this dinosaur has been in many, older dinosaur movies, very well-known ones, but yeah. Anyway, with all that out of the way, let's take a closer look at this. Starting off with the painting. And the painting on this figure is actually very nice. So most of the figure is green, with bits of black in between the scaling and creases, which actually makes the detailing very much pop, but we'll talk about the detailing later down the road. But the underside of the figure is a whitish color, which looks nice. And the feet, the underside of the feet, and the hands are painted a tannish color, which looks a little weird. I would have preferred if it was white, but again, still looks nice. The teeth are painted white, and we do have bits of black on the jaws. The tongue is painted a orangish pinkish color, which looks nice, and the membranes here are painted a tannish pinkish color, which again looks nice. The osteoderms on the back are painted a tannish color, as well as the bit of tan right here. And everything here looks nice. And the horn and crests on the head look very nice as well. Also, the eyes are painted yellow. And they're not... Never mind. I was going to say they're not cross-eyed, but they kind of are. Unfortunate, but that's something I certainly can live with, so yeah. Also, the claws and toenails are painted black, and the nail on the hallux right here is painted black as well. However, it is very small, so it can be kind of hard to see, but yeah. And that about does it for the painting on this figure. I really like the painting on this figure. Usually when I think of Ceratosaurus, I think of the color scheme from Jurassic Park 3, but this paint job kind of spices that up a little, and usually I'm not really the biggest fan of green dinosaurs. I know, green dinosaurs is something that a lot of people think of, but I still don't hate green dinosaurs, Buck from The Lost World, I think, looks great, and, he's basically not all green. He does have different colors, but, yeah. I feel like some green on dinosaurs can look nice, but when it's just green, to me, it feels kind of stupid. But this figure has more than just green, and I like that a lot. So the painting on this figure gets a pass. Now I'll take a look at the articulation, and this is more of a statue, so there's none. So, yeah. Is what I would say. However, the jaw can close and open. Very simple and, something very minor, but I still like that in Papo figures. So, the articulation, it's basic, so it gets a pass. Now I'll take a look at the sculpt, and the sculpting on this figure is actually very nice and very unique, I might add. This figure has the Papo charm of putting this figure in a pose where it's moving, but it puts it in a pose the Ceratosaurus here is supposed to be running, but they sculpted it so that way it can still stand, which I think is a very nice idea, by having one foot just flat on the ground while the other foot is in the air, but have this arm right here kind of balance it out. And also the foot that's supposed to be in the air balances out things as well, and I really like that. And the sculpting on this figure is still very nice and pretty accurate to how it looked in the, Jurassic period, which is when it lived. Maybe some minor things that are kind of off. Maybe as nice as the horns and crest look on the head, maybe that's, not how it looked, but again, I could be wrong about that. But yeah, other than that, the sculpting on this figure looks very nice, so it gets a pass. Now take a look at the detailing, and the detailing on this figure is very good. It's basic for a Papo figure, but again, that just goes to show that Papo figures have great detailing, so yeah. Anyway, starting off with the head. The detailing here looks very nice on the horn. Also, motorcycle, sorry about that. The detailing on the crests right here and the horn look very nice. And once again, I'd like to say, painting black between the crevices of the detailing looks very nice and really makes the detailing pop, so I really like that. But we have really nice detailing on the jaws and on the head. All the scaling and all of the, creases look very nice. Going down to the neck, the creases here are detailed very nicely. And we have some more creases and wrinkles and whatnot that look very nice. And we even have some small, very small osteoderms, which again look very nice. The detailing on the arms look great. The scaling here looks great, and even the claws themselves look very nice. And that's just another example of how the Ceratosaurus is in the same family as the Carnotaurus, because they both have 4 fingers, but yeah. Anyway, the detailing underneath, all the scaling there looks very nice, and actually very crocodilian-like, so I like that a lot as well. But anyway, the musculature on the leg looks very nice, and just like with the rest of the body, the scaling here looks great. The feet here look incredible, and even on the other foot, I really like how the feet look. The detailing on the legs here look very nice. And the creases continue all the way to the end of the tail. The hallux right here is detailed very nicely, and the osteoderms on the back, and on the back of the neck, and on the tail are sculpted very nicely as well, and very well defined. Also, I almost forgot the inside of the mouth, if my camera can focus. Sorry if I'm shaking, but the tongue is detailed very nicely, as well as the roof of the mouth. So, yeah. And that about does it for the detailing on this figure. The detailing on this figure is superb. It's basic for a Papo figure, but that just goes to show that usually detailing on Papo figures look incredible, so yeah. So, should you get this? Yes. If you are a Papo fan, if you're a Ceratosaurus fan, if you like dinosaurs in general, definitely pick up this figure. This figure is absolutely incredible. It's not my favorite Papo figure. My favorite would have to be the Carnotaurus, but this is still a very nice figure. If you want it new, then you're just going to have to pay $14, which really isn't bad for what you're paying for. I'd say that this is worth more $20, but again, $14 is still very nice. So definitely get this figure if you can. But if you want to know how big it is, here he is next to Dr. Billy Grant, or she, or whatever you want to call it. Alright, now that is it for today. Have a great rest of your week, and I will see you in the next video. Peace, Zach out.